No, I'm joking. What's going on? It's Coach G, Trench Talk. Week 2 recap. So just give y'all a brief synopsis of how my week went. Started my new job as a dean. Then after that, Friday, had a game versus, excuse me, we had to play the team in called Beacon Hill from Richmond, came down. I came up to New York City. Pretty good win, 56 zip. That team fought hard. Much love to our peoples in Richmond. I always gonna have love for y'all. I know y'all have that grit, have that toughness. So um, I know 56 zip sounds bad, but it's okay. Day after, so after I finished my Friday night game, went home, got me something to eat, relax. Saturday morning, had a flight. Caught a flight to Baton Rouge. Well, caught a flight to New Orleans. Then me and my boy Malik from DraftHBCU, we drove from New Orleans down to Baton Rouge, and we went to go see Southern play LSU. Just want to get this out here. Jason Dumas is NFL size, even though he's 5'10". I mean, I would love we get to a point we could just put him next to Aaron Donald just to see. I don't think Aaron Donald's 5'10", but I don't think he's the tallest guy ever either. But that's a whole nother thing. But ideally, Southern did have a night. They looked, the part. But I just think, it was rough from the get-go. Once they fumbled that opening kickoff return, I said, oh, boy, this is going to be a long day. And the defense is on the field too long. That seems to be a case with a lot of HBCU teams when they play different conferences and stuff like that. Like, the defense is just, like, I don't know if y'all care about metrics and advanced stats, but in a lot of the games, the offensive, what do you call it? The offensive success rate is pretty good. Like, they're holding teams to below average offensive success rates, but they're losing by a lot of points. So that's, for me, that just says the offense put them in some really bad predicaments. And then big plays are another huge thing. It's a lot. So, for those, like I said, I like metrics and stuff like that. So, that's just my thing. And I like to look at advanced stats. And, that's something that just pops up to me. And I just like, okay, well, maybe offense, give them a little something. Give them a little something. Like, the defense can't be on the field in a 60-minute game. They can't be on the field for 35, 40 minutes. That's too long. It's too long. But LSU, they played a great game. Southern, they fought to the end. I think the score was like 65-17. And for those that like to, FanDuel it, I told everybody to take the over. Nobody listened to me. But that's fine. If you did take it, you made your money. Enjoy. The spread was 45.5, I think. So did they come? Ooh, my math is not mathing right now. I think it's 48. Whatever. I just said take the over. The over was 58, I believe. And I was like, LSU gonna cover 58 by themselves. So I was like, yeah, Southern's gonna have to score at least once. The spread at something like that. Then they said Southern was probably score once. They scored three times. Sorry, it's 17. So that's good. Good luck to them. But let's get into it. I'm getting used to working this thing, but I'm doing good with it, right? I'm getting better. So I want to highlight my defensive lineman of the week. My defensive lineman of the week. Oh, let me I got me a new little button here. Look at that. Oh, I gotta get this out the way. Jesus. Here we go. Boom. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry. My defensive lineman of the week, my edge guy, Niles Gaddy from Jackson State. He's been on a tear. Niles Gaddy, he has a repertoire. I like his game a lot. He can speed rush you. He can bull rush you with a power move as well. He has very, very, very solid counters, and he can rush from the inside and the out. They line him up in the nose guard. They line him up on the edge. They'll usually only line him up in nose guard and passing situation. So let's not get that twisted. They do line him up in the nose, but he's still able to win his rushes. I mean, he's winning. I don't know the numbers, but I'm pretty sure his pass rush success rate is pretty high. It's got to be 60%. Like, he's winning on a lot of it. And even against the run, he's very stout. He's very strong. Boy, Tim, that was down at down at OGC. He said he saw him in person. He said, Gaddy's huge. I said, really? You don't got him listed as that big. He's like, nah, Gaddy's huge. I'm like, well, it doesn't shock me the way he's moving people around. And then he's fast. He's getting around the corner. He has really good bend. You can tell he has really good ankle strength. I like to see that. And his hands stay going. Hands stay moving. He works with Chuck Smith. Chuck Smith is one of the best defensive line trainers out there. And, if you're working with Chuck Smith, you're going to learn a thing or two. Or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever. He's the man. Him and BT Jordan, those are like some of the guys in this defensive line talk. And I got to meet, defensive line coach of Southern. I think he's the best defensive line coach in Black college football. I might be a little biased, but I think he may be the best one. I would say coach from Fayetteville State as well. Coach C's from Texas Southern. I think he's pretty good defensive line coach as well. So there's a few out there. Just putting that out there. That's just my personal perspective on the matter. But yeah, 6 tackles, 4 solo, 4 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. He is the best defensive lineman, edge rusher in Black college football right now. You could argue he's the best edge rusher in the FCS right now. He's on the number 1 defense in the country, FCS-wise. Granted, we won't be able to see Jackson State play against top competition, whatever that may mean to you. But in the day, they don't control who they line. Well, the players don't control who they line up in front of, and they are destroying folks. Tennessee State had like 2 yards rushing, or 8 yards, or some crazy stat like that. I know it was under 10 yards rushing. Wow. Maybe it was due to the 8 sacks they gave up. It wasn't all the D-line, but the D-line had a part in that because they were stunting and doing different zone blitz schemes, and they did their job, and their job helped open up the DBs to get a free shot at the quarterback for Tennessee State, who I still like. He just had a really bad game going against a really good defense. It happens. So all that to say, congrats to Niles Gaddy, and congrats to Omonte Jenkins from Hampton University. He's one of my top interior defensive linemen coming into this year. He's my top 10. I like his size. I like his athletic ability. I like his ability to play against the run. When it comes to pass rushing, he's pretty small. Not small, sorry. He's pretty, how do I say? I think his pass rushing would be even better if he just focused on, like, hey, are you going to be, what is your go-tos? Like, are you going to be a power guy, power rush guy? Like, you're going to be a club rip guy? You're going to be a shrug guy? You're going to be a hump guy, like Reggie White? You're going to be a snatcher? You know what I'm saying? So it's different ways you could be a power rusher. Stutter bull guy. Just sometimes when you watch certain players play, you're like, oh, man, does that man have a plan? No, for the most part, you can tell he has a plan when he has his rushes. So I love that about him. And, when it comes to stopping the run, he's a big kid. Big, strong kid, big lower body, strong. I would love to see him in a weight room. I think he got to be hitting 225, 15, 20, 25. He looks strong. He has a nice punch when he goes against double teams as well. He splits those fairly easily. So I like that about him. He had 5 tackles, 2 solo, 3 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks. From an interior, so you can ask for Hampton they've been on a little roll. They've been winning their games. I mean, some people say their schedule's easy, but we're gonna see. They have their division schedule or conference schedule coming up. Pretty tough division. We shall see. I think they'll do well. This is me personally. I like what I'm seeing from him. Definitely defensive wise. The defensive line is legit. It's a Jenkins. I believe that's his brother. It's another brother named Jenkins. He plays edge, and then they have Keyshawn Moore. So he's a Lackawanna kid. So you know what that means. They're usually all pretty good. Lackawanna produces some really good, like JUCO wise, not many that touch on Lackawanna when it comes to like producing really good football players. Coach Nooks actually from DraftHBCU was on that. He's a Lackawanna grad. Just throw that out there. But so Monty Jenkins and Niles Gaddy, these two are my defensive linemen of the week. Defensive lineman of the week. So congrats, fellas. I don't have any sounds right now. Do I have any sounds? Does this work? No, I don't have any sounds. That's fine though. Not a big deal. Don't need any sounds. Okay, let's move on. So my defensive line, like I said before, Jackson State, they just annihilated Tennessee State. It wasn't fair sometimes. It just looked like they were getting off blocks so fast and having those two big pluggers, Devontae Davis, in there. And I think did Evans play? Gotta look at it again. But I know for sure. Davis, that's why he's my top 10. Devontae Davis, the stats are not going to reflect how important he is to that Jackson State defense. Because people have to pass the ball because they can't run. What are they going to run to? You got Doyle on one side. You got Gaddy on the other. You got Davis in the middle. And then you got a rotation. Well, they about 7 to 8 guys that play for Jackson State. 7 to 8. That's grape juice, by the way. It's grape juice. But yeah, he's the way they're able to stay in their gaps, play their gaps strong, and recreate the line of scrimmage. I mean, and their linemen are seen to be stronger than other people's offensive linemen. So that helps. And it doesn't hurt to have some linebackers that are fast and know how to run and make solid tackles. And your DBs love to tackle too. And they can cover man-to-man for more than 4 seconds. You're doing pretty good. You're going to get back there. So defensive line of the week goes to Jackson State. They deserved it. They've been the best defense I've seen so far this year. Best defensive line. Hands down. Hands down. Yeah, under 10 yards. Oh, sorry. Put out there 8 sacks. So that led to, TSU having such a horrible rushing game. The net yards taken away. It made that net go all the way down about 8 yards. Yeah, that was rough. But let's move on. I need to talk about this team right here has been this defensive line, this unit. Cam, 56, Devin, 42, John, 50. They've been on a tear. I'm telling you, they have been on a tear. They have been racking up the sack. And it's not off blitzing. No. Not off blitzing at all. They're not blitzing. This is like, these guys are getting there with 4. They're getting there. And like when you look at their sack numbers, majority of their sacks are their D linemen. Interior, exterior, interior, edge, it don't matter. Devin is and can't. They're fighting to see who's going to be the best D2 edge rusher at this point. And John Oxley, I like his game. a lot. I started really watching him thoroughly this year. I like his game a lot. That's number 50 right there. He's good. He is good. He can stop the run. He has a really good set of moves, power moves, and he has some good little finesse to him too. Devin and Cam, those two guys are they're not finesse, but they have some really good finesse moves as counters because they do have some power. Like when I say power, sometimes I'm talking about just their hips. They have powerful hips. That's how do I say powerful? Power, explosion in your hips. So 1, you can knock guys back, and 2, once you turn your hip, once you get to the top of your rush and you bend, the offensive lineman can just wash you out. As Coach Kev would say, the offensive line coach at Canarsie that I coach at, you don't want the offensive lineman to turn their pass block into a run block. Their pass into a run block. That means they got you. That means they won. And with these guys, once they get to the top, once they beat the offensive tackle to the spot, they're violent. And once they get to the spot, chances are you're not going to stop them. They get to the spot, you might as well just let your quarterback get hit at that point. Because they want to get to the quarterback. And they do a pretty good job of stopping the run, rushing. I would say they are the best defense in the CIAA right now. And defensive line-wise, they got about, 11 sacks, 14 tackles for loss so far? Was it? No, 17? Because they was 9 last week, 8 this week. So it's 10 sacks, or 11 sacks, and 17 tackles for loss. I call it spade a spade. I'm a Union guy, but Fayetteville State's D-line are going to give everybody trouble. Win or lose, they have the game plan for all 6 of them. There's 6 of them. They rotate. Think about 6, maybe 7. Got a game plan for all of them. Love it though. Love it. So hold on, let me make sure I put my banner. I gotta get used to putting the banners up. Congrats, Fayetteville State. I mean, y'all didn't win the defensive line of the week because I mean, look what Jack State did. But I gotta show y'all some love because y'all consistently getting to the quarterback, getting tackles for loss, setting your following your keys, setting the edge, doing things that defensive linemen are supposed to do. So I love that and keep doing it because it's gonna get a lot of y'all paid. You know, just FYI, maybe y'all get some money. Never know. So I want to talk about these 6 guys right here because they all have pretty good performances. Let's see. Make sure I don't release the goods too early. Nah, if I do, why not? I'm working on this live TV thing. Okay, so good. So we got Ronnie Thomas from Mississippi Valley State, 5 tackles, 4 solo, 2.5 sacks, 3.5 tackles for loss, and 1 forced fumble. He lost his mind versus Austin Peay. It's not his fault that his offense put them in some very peculiar situations, and hey, it happens. You got to be on the field sometime a little bit longer than you expect. That's how it goes. But Ronnie wasn't going to play. He played the whole game, and he fought to the end. Him and his buddy, Jalen Bell, who's right hand to the right bottom of the screen. Jalen Bell, he had 2 tackles, 1 solo, 1.5 sacks, and 1.5 TFL. Jalen Bell and Ronnie Thomas are in the top 5 in sacks in the SWAC. Interior, exterior. They are the best tandem right now. They're meeting at the quarterback consistently. Like every time he has a sack, every time that Jalen Bell has a sack, guess who's right there with him? Ronnie Thomas. And he's not too far away. Ronnie Thomas and Jalen Bell meeting each other at the quarterback. Love to see it. Marcus Langley, 2 tackles, 2 solo, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for what? So pretty much he made 2 really good plays. Yeah, 2 tackles, which are 2 solo, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss versus Delaware. Pretty good opponent, ranked opponent. They lost, but him and his buddy Marcus Winfield with 3 tackles, 2 solo, 2 sacks, and 2 tackles for loss. They had pretty decent games. I mean, 4 sacks in between. I'm not going to diminish that. And this is when before the game blew it out of proportion. This is like they were fighting. Delaware State was giving it to Delaware. They couldn't block them. But then eventually Delaware wore them down. You know, and Delaware State's offense did what they didn't do much for them, but it's okay. It's trench talk. We're talking about defensive line right now. Sometimes offensive line, but we don't really care for offensive line too much. Then Jablonski Green Jr. from South Carolina State. That's my guy. He's my top guy, top edge rusher. Because I love the way he plays the run and he plays the pass. Or pass rush, I'm sorry. Oh, he can play the pass too because he dropped back in coverage because of that lovely zone blitz scheme they have down there at South Carolina State. So he had 3 tackles, 1 solo, 1.5 sacks, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 2 quarterback hurries. That's what you want to see out of Jablonski. He's going to do that every week. That's who he is. He's a baller. That's why I love him. I love watching him play. It's just, it's fun to watch him play. Love it. It's fun to watch him play. And I want to, oh, wait, can I do that? Oh, sorry, that's next. Woo, when I tell you about that. Matter of fact, before I get into that, just want to say shout out to these guys. They had great performances. Now we're going to get into our video segment because I got to start with this. I got to rant a little bit. Is it let me play it? Is it going to let me play? Oh, my God. It's not going to let me play. How do you play? No, I got something. I'm going to play it right now. Hold on 1 second. This has to be seen. Has to be seen. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm about to play a video of one of the best hits you're going to see on a quarterback. And it was, well, someone ruined it. The referee ruined it. But it's cool, though. It's cool. Oh, wait. I thought I uploaded. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't upload it. All right, here we go. Let's see if can I do more than one? No, I can't. Okay, here we go. Uploading. Look at this hit. Ooh, watch it again. This is my boy, Darius Patterson from Tennessee State. So they execute. This is one of the best plays of the weekend. To me, they execute a perfect stunt where the inside guys go. I'm sorry. The outside guys go in first, and the inside. I'm sorry. Outside guys slant in first, and the outside guy. And sorry. The outside guys slant in first, and the inside guys loop around to have outside container replace responsibility. They ran it perfectly. The outside guy and the inside guy on the left side, he ended up getting through. Shedeur shrugs him off, and look at this. Woo! Face mask to the chest. Face mask to the chest. Take him down. They threw him out for this. They threw him out for that hit. They threw Darius Patterson out for this hit right here. What more can he have done? People talking about he lowered the crown of his head. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't lower his head. He didn't lower his head. How? Like, he went in. It looked like his head was low. It wasn't lowered. It wasn't lowered. He went in, head up, forehead, face mask, into the shoulder pad. I mean, it went into the shoulder pad. What else can you ask a guy to do? Look at it again. Look at it again. Look at it again. Watch it. Shoulder pad. What? How, you get thrown out of a game for that hit, then we don't need to be playing football. Why are we wasting everybody's time? Why? Why are we wasting everybody's time? Like, what are we doing here? Like, this kid was having hold on. Sorry. I almost played something too early. This kid was having a heck of a game. And it just got ruined. It got ruined. Tennessee State, they didn't recover after this. Patterson and them were having a game. Like, they were getting to Shedeur and them. I made it very clear. Jackson State's offensive line did not get better. The play calling did. The play calling did. It's that old Patriots play calling where they get the ball out so fast, your offensive line ain't got to block for about 1 second. Who can't do that? This is FCS level. You can't do that, and you don't need to be playing D3 ball, NAIA ball. So that's just my personal. When they have to hold, when they have to let the blocks develop, or if the DBs could hold up, the offensive line they tend to squander. That was a clean hit. I'm gonna leave it alone after that. All I'm gonna say to Darius Patterson, keep playing your game, brother. Keep playing your game. But you just gotta be a little smarter. And it's not your fault. It's just how the game goes. Just how the game goes. Next, I want to talk about this guy right here. So, Ronnie Thomas, I've been very high on him. And Ronnie Thomas, about a 6 foot, 250-pound edge rusher. He is violent. I love using that word. He's violent. His hands are violent. His hands are quick. He's really good with his hand placement. He's already low to the ground. He's only 6 foot. He has a strong bend. His lower body is strong. You can tell his ankles are strong. He is the goods, and that's why. Well, before we do that, we have a partnership now with did I block something? I definitely blocked something. So you can't see the whole thing for whatever reason. But oh no, you know why? I picked the wrong thing. Sorry. It's okay. So Ronnie Thomas, right? He's the first selection for the DraftHBCU Shrine Bowl collaboration, Defensive Player of the Week. We played against Austin Peay and had him a heck of a game. I want you to watch this. Just watch this clip. Watch this clip of some of the plays that he made, and you let me know what you think. You watch. That's him with the tip pass here. That's him to Jalen Bell, meeting at the quarterback. There's him come off the edge. bent, and he accelerates. Once he gets back there, he accelerates. Watch it. Bends, accelerate. He forced a fumble here. Watch him against the run. Play it true. Stay flat down the line of scrimmage. Make the play in the backfield. Watch him. 6 foot. Make a jump. Tips the ball. Stops the screen. Here. Watch him at the top. He rips. He bends. Watch the bend. Look at him. He bent. I mean, Jalen Bell got there too, who was also having a phenomenal year so far. He bent. They met at the quarterback. 0.5 tackle. 0.5 sack or half a sack. Here, they cut the clip, but watch. Shoots his hands out. Boom. Dips right under. See how he clears that hand? He clears the hand. He rips. Then he clears it. And here's the second burst. Watch the burst. Quarterback couldn't get away. Now watch him here at the bottom of your screen. He beat him to the spot. When you have an offensive lineman like that, you won. Now what he's going to try to do is push you out the way. So he beat him to the spot. Now watch his ankles. Boom. He's running on the side of his foot. Strong ankle. Clear. Now, here comes the speed and explosion. Boom. Force the fumble. Ronnie Thomas is a really good edge rusher. Him and Niles Gaddy are neck and neck. You know, I think Gaddy has more opportunities to just really go off in the pass game because, you know, Jackson State is usually up. Not his fault, but Ronnie's going through a little bit of a different dogfight. He's fighting for his life because Mississippi Valley State offense is not really helping the defense out too much. But yeah, that is Ronnie Thomas, and he was our first selection for the DraftHBCU Shrine Bowl selection, and I'm happy for him. He deserves it. He's got to keep working. We're gonna do our part, but you know, it just takes everybody to do theirs too, and it's happening over here. So I'm very excited for what the future holds for a lot of these young men. Definitely Ronnie. So let's see. Oh man, here we go. My guy right here. Watch him. This is Marcus Winfield from Delaware State. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Watch Marcus Winfield from Delaware State. Let me put his ticker on here. Boom. Marcus Winfield, Delaware State. I like his game. You know, everybody was talking about Isaiah Williams, and rightfully so. But Marcus has him a set of game. Look at that. Look at him. Ooh, look at Marcus Winfield. Ooh, watch the hands. Watch the hands. Offensive lineman ducks when he shoots his hands towards him. He clubs him, clubs the back of the shoulder pad, clubs the back of the shoulder pad. Watch him. Clubs the back of the shoulder pad. The guard doesn't know what's going on. Their blocking scheme was destroyed from the jump. So he clubs the right tackle's inside shoulder pad with his inside hand, clubs it, does an arm over, swim, punch through, whatever you want to call it, whatever you teach. Punch through, accelerate, get the sack. Watch it again, club, punch through, get the sack. He can do this very often. He's finding his little groove. He's finding his groove. He leads the MEAC in sacks for a reason. Very solid edge rusher he's rushing from the inside and out, so you love that versatility when you have your edge rushers. Love that. Watch him again. Club the inside. So you got to have the violent hands. The violent hands is what gets you there. Well, I'm sorry, no. The get off is what gets you there. To clear yourself, you have to have violent hands. You don't want the offensive lineman to grab you. But once they get a hold of you, that's what they're taught to do. They hold. That's all they do. That's all they know how to do. I'm joking. But the good ones don't hold as much. They usually work their feet, but the bad ones are just going to hold you, torque you, all types of stuff. And you don't want to deal with that. Nobody does. I got to find this other clip of him. Let's see. Oh, here we go. He threw the world-renowned, the famous cross chop. Everybody loves to do the cross chop. Oh, watch it. Watch him at the top. He did the jump step, inside hand, chops the hands down of the lineman. Then he takes his outside hand clubs, rips to clear. That's a sack. That's easy. This versus Delaware. You know, people like to say they're, pretty good program, top-ranked program. Well, they showed up against top-ranked programs. That's what I want to see. Play a tough schedule and play good against some of the best in the country. That's what everybody should be doing. Most people don't, for whatever reason, but hey, that's what you got to do. Look at it. Cross chop, boom. You did a little skip, a little hop, right at the top, boom. Cross, boom, clear, accelerate. The intangibles are there for Marcus Winfield. The intangibles are there. Look at the speed. So this is what we call bursting the bubble. You don't move. You don't do your move until you burst the bubble. The bubble is the hand between the hands and the face mask of that offensive lineman. Is reach. Boom. As soon as he shoot his hands out, boom, cleared it. He knew he was going to do this before the play started. He probably saw this on film. Look at it. Clear. Boom. Boom. Clear. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cross chop. Inside hand, chop the hands down, flip your hip. If you want to jump, flip your hip in the air. Watch him flip his hip in the air. Boom. Flip his hip in the air. Clear. Flip his hip in the air. Clear. Make the sack. Marcus Winfield, he might end up leading the MEAC in sacks. It's a strong possibility. It's a strong possibility. I want to play one more clip, if I have it here, of my boy. That's not it. Here we go.
Spread it out. 5 wide. DeLille spread it out.
He has been the most effective interior pass rusher in Black college football. Jalen Bell is my favorite. He's my favorite right now. All right, a lot of people talk about other interior defensive linemen. Jalen Bell, he is the guy. Him and Ronnie Thomas have been reaping havoc. Now, it's not all entirely their fault why things haven't gone as planned, on the field. Because, like I said, the offense thing is hard. You're always on the field. And it's hard to get a lot of sacks when teams don't really have to pass the ball on you. Why would they pass? They could just run the rock and they're up by 2-3 touchdowns. So why would they? But this little guy, I mean, you got 5'11", 280 pounds, from Detroit, I believe.
Spread it out.
Look at
5 wide.
Come on.
Spread it out.
Come on.
5 wide.
Come on.
They go empty. Spread it out. 5 out. 5 wide out.
It's too easy.
5 out.
He rushes the outside. So here we go, right? So the guard here, he oversets. He oversets on the jump set.
It out. It out.
I'm sorry, he didn't jump.
Out.
He oversets.
It out.
Like a weird vertical set.
It out. It out.
He was scared of the speed.
It out.
Scared of the speed. But watch Jalen start outside, boom. Plants the outside foot, redirects inside, boom. And watch the hands. Watch the hands. He took the outside hand, grabbed the forearm, cleared it with his right hand. Look at it. It was quick. It's quick. It's beautiful. That's defensive line. If your hands are like that, you could listen. If you have some hands, quick, violent hands, you are going to be fine playing D-line. Look at it. He grabs with his left hand. With his left hand, he grabs. After he jabs, he grabs the forearm or the inside hand of the guard, then clears it. Boom, clear. Boom, clear. Boom, clear. Boom, clear. Look at that. Look at it. And he just slams into the turf. Get down. That's him. That's just how he is. He's a dog. Mississippi Valley State has their D linemen play with the biggest chip on their shoulder. Biggest chip I ever seen in my life. But it works. Look at them. Look at it. Look at, hold on, let me make sure. There we go. See, knock the hands away. Knock the hands away. Knock them away. God is good. Man, look at that offensive tackle holding Ronnie. Jesus, they can't do nothing with him. Either Ronnie's going to get the sack or Jalen was, so. Man, that is a tandem right there. Those two there, whoever they play, they're going to get sacked. One of them going to sack them. So just know, every game they play, you're going to get sacked. I could watch this all day. This is beautiful defensive line play. Knock the hands away. Quick. Boom. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Watch his feet. How quick his feet are. He got a little skinny. Boom. Cleared it. The center tried to help. It was too late. It was too late. He got skinny. Boom. Got skinny. Make the take. Make the tackle. Boom. Hey, listen. That was beautiful. Beautiful. So I just want to give a shout out to, once again, DraftHBCU players. I want to give a shout out to the Shrine Bowl for entrusting us and helping them select the best HBCU prospects possible. The best NFL draft eligible HBCU football players. We're gonna be doing this all the way up into the Shrine Bowl. And listen, it's a blessing. I'm not gonna get into detail, but considering where I started, and then a bunch of denials of credentials and this, that, and the third, to be able to showcase our ability to the world, pretty much, or the country, and show like, hey, I want to be the guy. We want to be the people. When it comes to HBCU athletes, we scout them the best. We're gonna give you the most authentic, realistic, scouting reports possible, analysis, and it's just beautiful to see. Beautiful to see, considering where we came from. But I won't go too much on a random tangent. It's been about 38 minutes. I don't like to do my show too long. So enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be back around maybe Thursday or Friday to give my preview for week 3. Week 3 is going to be another big week. We're going to talk about, you know what? I'm going to save it. So y'all have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. I'll see you around Thursday or Friday. I'll let you know on Twitter and Facebook before I do it. But once again, it's all love, peace and blessings. Have a good rest of your day.